Colin Little this afternoon. And the strapper was the trainer, Carol Faithful. Might be a bit of an upset if it was to win the race, though. Here's the favourite coming up now. Innovation Girl goes into her place. So we need Prime Century to get ready. Titanic Jack's also on the move behind the stalls. And Tycoon Ruler. She's just eased out a little, about 20 cents on course, but there hasn't been any decisive move against her. She's the odds-on favourite. $1.60, a little bit better on track. Here's Prime Century going into the line now. They're nearly set. Starter coming around to the platform. Titanic Jack, who won his first 3 starts, starts another preparation here, coming to the outside stall. The Sedative Stakes, $100,000 listed event. Titanic Jack, Patrick Payne takes the outside, so they're set to go. 1200. Light flashes, they're racing. Bohemian Rhapsody jumped well. Broadband a little slow. Innovation Girl began with all her usual gusto. Titanic Jack was away quickly as they settled into stride. Step Ahead drives through on the inside. They go to the 1,000 metres. Innovation Girl with Titanic Jack at her outside the leaders. 2 lengths to Step Ahead. Bohemian Rhapsody, 1 to Tycoon Ruler. 1 to Broadband on the inside of Prime Century, and Frightening is last of all. Titanic Jack on the outside with 650 metres to go. Innovation Girl drew about a neck in front of him now with the rail. Step Ahead follows the filly through on the inside, and then Bohemian Rhapsody. A neck Prime Century, Tycoon Ruler, Broadband second last the fence, and Frightening up towards the turn. Innovation Girl by a neck. Titanic Jack is second. Step Ahead following the favourite, then Prime Century, Bohemian Rhapsody, Tycoon Ruler. Broadband second last into the straight now. Nash hasn't moved on Innovation Girl. Titanic Jack being ridden along on the outside. Then Step Ahead and a break to Prime Century. Now he lets her go, and there's the acceleration. She's away and she's home. Innovation Girl put 3 or 4 on them very quickly. Titanic Jack battled well, but Innovation Girl too good. Beat Titanic Jack. Step Ahead third. And close up then Prime Century, closely followed by Tycoon Ruler, Bohemian Rhapsody. Then Frightening, and Broadband didn't come on at all. He's finished about 5 lengths last. Time posted as a very quick 1:8.35, and she just did it on her ear. She seemed to cruise through the early part of the race and then has sprinted away from them. Her final sectionals will be dazzling, because she's run time that's just outside of the course record. It's if that is to be confirmed, the course record is 1:8.1, and she's run 1:8.35. It has been a day where we've seen some good times, and she has won like an absolute champion sprinter. She's won 9 from 12 now, unbeaten fresh. She's won 4 out of 6 at Caulfield, being placed in another, and a double for Brian Mayfield Smith this afternoon, scoring with Gussie Godiva in the first. Second to Titanic Jack, number 1, and third place going to Step Ahead, number 2, 5, 1 and 2. Just everything we expected of her, but the big flop was Broadband, who didn't come on at all. His was a very, very poor performance, finishing a long way back second last. I'm sure there'll be a story there, but Innovation Girl continuing on her winning way. 5-1-2 on the Sedative.
And we await a 4th for first.
So just repeating as Nadia joins us, number 10, Secret Land on Tab Limited, $2, $1.40. Number 11, Hinting, $5.90, $1.70. And number 1 in Top Swing, $6.10 and $2. So punters feel there are not many chances in this race. Previous of the day, Matter of Honour made a great return, Brent Stanley, and beat 4 Lord Kefaloni at 10, Shy Lass at 8, Desert Brave 1, 4, 10, 8. Other winners have been Vendettas, Brick on Rose, Tutelage and Strasbourg won the first of the day. Now they're starting to move in here at the 1,200 metres for the English 2-year-old Classic, worth to the winners' connections 300,000. And a second 50,000, third 30,000, fourth 20,000. And this race last year was raced at Warwick Farm. Choisir was successful. Now, more than half the field has been positioned. Still away is Happy Strike, the Victorian. Secret Land and Hinting went round to the barrier stalls in company with Clarks of the course. Interrog is still out behind the line, and Antien likewise. And Mr. Fahrenheit, who's a newcomer. And Mr. Fahrenheit has the disadvantage of gate number 14. So the most expensive purchase was Happy Strike at 180,000, and the cheapest, Mimsicle, or actually Sir Mawina, 11,000, and Mimsicle purchased for 12,500. Happy Strike about to be led forward, rather jazzy colours. Royal blue, red star, white sleeves with the red stars on the sleeves, a royal blue cap with a red star. Now in top swing, a very, very genuine gelding is taking up his posse. Canny Opera, Mr. Fahrenheit, Happy Strike and Antien look to be the four to move up. Regrade, one of two runners that Gary Portelli has in the event, has drawn the inside here. Graham Rogerson's got a couple in it. O'Sun and Interrog. So Secret Land is being positioned as I speak. In she goes. Happy Strike is right.
Come on, get Brett Stanley in 12.
And we've got Mr. Fahrenheit and Canny Opera with Antien. One of the attendants takes charge of Antien. In it goes, no worries at all. Now, Canny Opera coming up. Gateman lock hands to position Canny Opera. And the Canny Opera looks to be there, and Mr. Fahrenheit is coming in now. So Mr. Fahrenheit is in, and we look set for a start in the Inglis 2-year-old Classic for 2003. Starter on the stand. Racing this time, they jumped in a beautiful line. Antien out quickly, so was Happy Strike. Secret Land is going very fast, and so too Perfect Movement and Regrade. And not far away, Impala Bullet settling now. And Regrade from Perfect Movement, Secret Land, Impala Bullet hinting, and then in top swing and Canny Opera. Followed closely then at the head of the others as Happy Strike gets out very wide. A length and a half to Sir Mawina, then Mimsicle. Antien drops off from Interrog and O'Sun. Mr. Fahrenheit last. 600 out in the Classic. Secret Land sped away from Regrade. Perfect Movement third, then hinting on the inside. About a half length further out, Impala Bullet in top swing. Happy Strike and Canny Opera, Mimsicle. Antien and Interrog followed by Sir Mawina, O'Sun, and three to Mr. Fahrenheit. Secret Land straightens up in the Classic. A length and a half, Regrade, Perfect Movement hitting the rails. Then Impala Bullet followed by in top swing, but Secret Land, she accelerates past the 200. I'm watching a top flight filly here. Secret Land put 4, 5 in top swing, and Hinting battling on in second spot. Hinting, but it's a breeze for the favourite. Oh, she trotted in Secret Land from Hinting, and in top swing from Canny Opera, Happy Strike, Antien and Impala Bullet. Mimsicle and Perfect Movement, Regrade, and then Sir Mawina followed home by Interrog. Good margin to O'Sun, and Mr. Fahrenheit was tiled right off.
The Golden Slipper favourite you've just watched, and the Secret Savings daughter has raced away to collect the cash in this year's William Inglis Classic. Secret Land, $50,000 yearling buy. Gay Waterhouse prepared, just careers away. So that's been a big day for the sire, a big day for the stable, and that's Gay's first win in the William Inglis Classic, and that's a winning double on the card today to Gay Waterhouse. Chris Muntz, the winning rider. Fourth we'll have confirmed for you as soon as it... Val Smith, Gay Waterhouse, and the Fitzman family were among the owners of that Secret. We'll take this break and back with the 7th at Caulfield in just a moment.
Well, success already today for Michelle Payne. The Mighty Lions, can it make it a double for you?
Well, she looks to come in well, especially with my claim. She comes in well with the weight she actually dropped from what she had last start.
Yeah, Michelle, at Sandown last start, got held up, quite a bit. How much do you think it cost you?
Quite a bit actually, because she sort of needs to wind up and get rolling, and she sort of got stuck in on the rail and had to sort of wait for a run to present itself, and it did. And she took a little while to wind up, but once she hit top gear, she really can hold that for quite a while.
Yeah, she really did finish her race off well. Today, barrier-wise, you haven't drawn as well?
No, she hasn't, but there doesn't look to be a heap of speed in that race, and hopefully she can settle a little bit closer than what she did last start, and especially being that barrier, she might not get held up as much, so it might not be as bad as it looks.
Yeah, no, fair call. What about .com in the last?
He's been running consistently. He's had no luck for his last 2 starts. He's got a long way back and things didn't go his way, but he's drawn well today, and hopefully he can get a nice run into the race and run well.
Yeah, certainly. You've been riding pretty well.
I've had a lot of luck.
I don't know about luck. You're riding well. Good luck.
Thanks.
Michelle Payne, and well, she thinks it's luck. I think it's just been good riding.
Luck comes to those that put in, Alf, as the old saying goes. Our coverage of race 7 at Caulfield brought to the team from the Lone Inquiry Centre. As you saw during that interview, correct weight is there at Victoria Park 9, 6, 1 and 4. Off to Eagle Farm in about 10 minutes or so from now where the runners are parading. Let's go back trackside to Caulfield. This is race 7.
Yeah, solid favourite here is the Mighty Lions, as you'd expect. T.O. Bell just easing as the second elect. There hasn't been any positive move apart from a little bit of money for Ton of Class down near the bottom, 14.30, a little bit of value there, but this is very solid, the Mighty Lions. Now Minogue, who won the Terrain Cup when the blinkers went on last time out, goes in. Ton of Class is set. So Lordine and Galadriel to move up. There's Lordine set. The Mighty Lions clear-cut favourite. Galadriel moved along, set to run for the Visit Handicap. Light flashes. Good line, little movement from the favourite. They're away. The Mighty Lions jumped reasonably. Kuta Polo getting out the back early with Blue Marwena and Minogue. Cloud Dance is the first out ahead of T.O. Bell. Ballistic Miss, Galadriel and Sonachi out wide are settling down fifth. She'll need to boot forward or settle back because she's caught wide. Lordine deeper still is improving, and they're followed then by the Mighty Lions. Now Michelle Payne's going forward on the favourite. She's still caught a little bit wide there. Next Blue Marwena, followed by Miss Tatiana, Ton of Class, and then came Minogue and Kuta Polo. Plenty of speed about by the 1400, and Sonachi served it up to Cloud Dance, running up the hill. They're using petrol by 2. T.O. Bell right in behind them, third, getting a good trail. They're closely followed in the field. Ballistic Miss, Lordine deep, and Galadriel in that bunch. Now, no luck for the favourite, the Mighty Lions, travelling 3 deep up the hill there. A length and a half to Blue Marwena, Miss Tatiana, 1.5 Minogue, and then Ton of Class, and 2 to Kuta Polo. Cloud Dance, the leader, out near the 1,000. Sonachi let her go and sat second by a length and a quarter. 2 lengths to T.O. Bell, who's had a beautiful run. Lordine fourth the outside, 1 Ballistic Miss, and they're trailed by Galadriel. The Mighty Lions still trapped out 3 wide. A length and a half then Miss Tatiana outside Blue Marwena. Minogue third last on the inside of Ton of Class, and last of all is Kuta Polo. By the 800 metres, Cloud Dance led narrowly. T.O. Bell came off the fence. Sonachi went up 3 wide. 2 Lordine. Ballistic Miss the inside, and the Mighty Lions next. 1 to Galadriel. Blue Marwena, and then Miss Tatiana making a run 3 wide, clear from Minogue. Ton of Class well back cornering, and Kuta Polo's last of all. Up round the home turn, Cloud Dance joined by T.O. Bell, Sonachi. The Mighty Lions, despite racing wide, came with a run 4 deep. Miss Tatiana came down the outside, and then Ballistic Miss into the straight. T.O. Bell led narrowly from the Mighty Lions, Sonachi. Miss Tatiana running on down the outside, and Ballistic Miss with a run on the inside. T.O. Bell in front. The Mighty Lions trying hard. T.O. Bell's pulling out something. No, Ballistic Miss is next, but T.O. Bell is clear, and T.O. Bell scores. The Mighty Lions second, and a mighty run too. Galadriel might have come again to get third, just in advance of Ballistic Miss, but that's a photo for third. Next was Sonachi, and she was followed then by Minogue, Miss Tatiana, Ton of Class, Cloud Dance, Blue Marwena, Lordine, and Kuta Polo. Well, she had the perfect run in the race. She was getting a lovely trail, third on the fence. You reverse the runs, and no doubt the result would be different, but T.O. Bell had all the breaks from a better barrier draw, beautifully ridden by Dan Nikolic. 5, T.O. Bell first, Danny Nikolic. Photo for the minor into the prize, which the Mighty Lions should get. And that's been a terrific effort, beaten a little over a length, and she was never closer than 3 wide for the entire journey. But T.O. Bell, like the favourite, has been a promising mare. She's lightly raced as a Beal mare, and she's only had 2 tries over a long trip, and she's won them both. Second goes to number 2, the Mighty Lions, and third, number 8, has got it, Galadriel, ridden by Stephen Baster, 5, 2 and 8. Fourth place going to number 4, Ballistic Miss, and fifth in number 4, Sinachi, in 2 minutes 4.06 seconds. Well, they're both good, promising staying mares, and there's no doubt that it's just been the better run that has provided T.O. Bell with the victory. Had a better barrier draw, and that's the way.
On the card here, Ian.
Right, Brendan, and the popular elect in New South Wales back in Dubai, number 10, 290 and 150. A little longer and on-course activities, and the best backed against him, certainly 3 Pink and Black, again racing with bandages on the front legs, and 410, which is a pretty general quote, and 160. The third pick, a little late money for number 9, Shahriar, showing at 860 in New South Wales. Interesting race back in Dubai. Caught the eye at his first run from a spell and a long break. That was at Rose Hill behind Shahriar, who again, of course, is one of his rivals here. And that was his first run on the 28th of December since the 12th of April 2001. So whether he can follow that up with another big performance after such a lengthy time on the sidelines, only time will tell. Of course, Pink and Black, he resumed here on Boxing Day and ran second behind Thorns, and that was his first start since June. Previous race, the English Classic, won brilliantly by Secret Land. 1-horse race over the last 200, and 10 Secret Land, Chris Munsbeat 11, Hinting 1 in Top Swing, and 6 Canny Opera 4th. There's some action in the stalls. Racing. Beautiful Dispatch, Sir Avalanche and Noble Captor with Future Force got the best of it. Hayden moving up into 4th posse, Pink and Black trying to get over, then back and do by Shahriar, followed by Leather Lane. Laguna Lake, and further out on the track is Conair, 2.5 to Outlaws, and Chrysler Mirage is last. To the course proper they gallop, and Sir Avalanche shows the way. A length and a half Noble Captor, 1.5 away in the third position, Future Force inside Hayden. Pink and Black is wide out from Shahriar, and then back and do by Conair, followed by Leather Lane, Laguna Lake. Outlaws next to last, and bringing up the rear is Chrysler Mirage. Sir Avalanche down past the 700, a little more than a length on the Bowerville Gallop, a Noble Captive. Third posse, Future Force inside Hayden. No Luck, Pink and Black 3 and 4 deep. Shari over on the aluminium, followed in the middle next back in Dubai, and it's outside Conair. Then Leather Lane, followed at the head of the others, Outlaws, Laguna Lake, and Absolute is Chrysler Mirage. They're straightening now, and Sir Avalanche about a length and a half clear. Noble Captive is in second posse as they race down to the 250, followed by Pink and Black. Conair joining in, and then Leather Lane, followed by Shahriar, Hayden, and the others headed by back in Dubai. Conair after Sir Avalanche, Pink and Black, Noble Captive. It's still Sir Avalanche in front. They won't catch the Queen Bee and Galloper, and Sir Avalanche all the way. Leather Lane a good second, Pink and Black a dogged third. Close go for fourth, Noble Captive, Conair and Shahriar, followed by Laguna Lake. And then came Hayden, and further away was back in Dubai, Future Force, Outlaws, and Chrysler Mirage pretty last from start to finish.
Winning riders Scott Pollard, Sir Avalanche at big odds from Leather Lane at 290, which ran a very good race as suggested by the late mail first up from a break. Fourth's a very tight issue. So Scott Pollard, the winning rider. Sir Avalanche holds them all at bay from the Van Duren yard at Queanbeyan. So 4, 12 and 3. Before Victoria Park, and earlier today, Hilton Donaldson caught up with John Cornell from the Tony McAvoy yard, who sends around the first upper, Lady Knockout.
Get up. Being held now by an attendant. Dimness with the pacifiers back on. Set to go. Ready to run.
Ready, riders.
Lucky Punch bobbing the head up and down. Devil in Disguise racing now, beginning nicely near the inside. Lucky Punch with Otto Billow. Dimness was out okay, working up Bo Best, Devil in Disguise, Border Time, King's Haven. They're all pressing on, but they can't all get in at the moment, and as the first turn comes up, some of these are wide. Getting back now, Paliente around Exalted Lad. Dimness copped a check, dropped back sharply along the rails. Get up ahead of him, and last of all, was Lady Knockout. Going to the lead now at the 1,000 metres, Otto Billow by a length and a half to Lucky Punch. 1.5 away third, Bow Best on the inside of Kingshaven. Then it's Border Time, who's racing around Devil in Disguise, and Get Up is nastily placed on the rails in midfield. Followed by Paliente wide from Exalted Lad, the centre, then Dimnus. And last of all is Lady Knockout. They're not going quickly as they come around the turn in the New Year Gift. At the 700, Otto Billow by a half to Lucky Punch. She's there at the right time. She's had a cosy run. Then Kingshaven and Bow Best. Border Time, Devil in Disguise. Get Up's a long way back and working hard, the jockey. Then Paliente and Lady Knockout down the outside. At the 400, Holder has not moved against Lucky Punch. She quickly raced to Otto Billow, who tried to respond. Then Kingshaven, Devil in Disguise. Now Lady Knockout starting to run on. He shakes Lucky Punch up. She raced to the lead a length in front of Devil in Disguise. Then Lady Knockout on the outside. Lucky Punch under siege from Devil in Disguise. Devil in Disguise reached the lead from Lucky Punch. In third place, Dimnus flying through with Lady Knockout. Devil in Disguise wanted a long neck. Second, Lucky Punch. Third, I'd say Dimnus. Just over Kingshaven, Get Up, and Lady Knockout. Wide out was a run. First run in SA, just behind them, Otto Bello. Further back as they come back into view now, we had Bow Best with Paliente and Exalted Lad, nothing beaten too far. Devil in Disguise. Number 4, Travis Creek for Bill Papazaharidakis, or Papazaharidakis, has won. Number 4, she's grabbed Lucky Punch. Number 6, who tried to respond, she had every chance. Winner's just been too good. Travis Creek, he'll leave SA with a feature race victory. Only, well, he's probably got another couple of weeks here, but he will return to the Riverina and the northeast of Victoria, basing himself at Wodonga with more opportunities there, he believes, given the weight that he's prepared to ride at. 4, Devil in Disguise beats Lucky Punch. A blanket go third. Dimnus has flashed through late. I think he might grab third over Lady Knockout. Gee, she was a run. Coming from near last, first run in SA, putting in a big sprint down the outside.
OK, Hilton will be sweating on third and fourth, with it being a Unitab first 4 as well as being New South Wales first 4 as well. That's the listed. 4, 6, 7, fourth, we need to confirm. And as soon as that through, we'll pass that through. So 4, 6, 7 are with Dimnus. And 5, Lady Knockout, is in fourth position. So 4, 6, 7 and 5.
That's the well-tried favourite, You Little Beaut. Into 370 yards, force at 420, the second pick. So the last one getting ready. Quaddy paid $318.30 today on 2855, daily 88 and 5, 1740. You Little Beaut lines up, starter Mr. McCarroll, eyes off the field. He saw Frere Jacques rearing in the gates there. He's got a barrier blanket on, but he's an unhappy customer, and he might have got his near foreleg over into the adjoining stall with Liquid Lunch for, in fact, he's cast there. Peter Merton scrambling to some safety, and Frere Jacques has got himself tangled up in the barriers. Now, he's been backed out, but he certainly had his near foreleg over the partition into the adjoining stall with Liquid Lunch, and obviously the vet will run the rule over him now behind the gates. You'd think he wouldn't run. He's a $30 chance, and I would imagine the sub would be You Little Beaut for the doubles. Yeah, sub is definitely number 1. This would come out, but the other query, of course, is Liquid Lunch, because he may be all right. He's just still in the stalls here. They're not worried about taking him out and having a look at him, so obviously nothing bad happened to Liquid Lunch. But Frere Jacques will come out. Disappointing for Connections. They had him entered here and at Sandown tomorrow, opting to run here. But it looks like he's being, I'd say, trotted straight back to the enclosure rather than letting the vet have a look at him. Now, haven't heard anything official yet. Just waiting for an official announcement here. It's lights flashing away on top of the gates, but Frere Jacques has just appeared into the birdcage area. Here it is now. Hello. Frere Jacques are out at 5:11. Frere Jacques are a late withdrawal at 5:11. Bookmakers, please rule a line. Betting announcement to follow the running of the race. Frere Jacques are out at 5:11. Sub is number 1, You Little Beaut. So they stand in now, ready for the last on the card, and away they go. .com Archforce jumped well, and so did Oscar Eric in the bright pink colours. You Little Butte trying to find a position. He's easing back in the early stages. He Guy went forward with him. As they settle down now, and here He Guy's actually going up towards the lead. It's He Guy taking up the running ahead of Oscar Eric, and You Little Butte got across pretty well. He's right up on the pace now. He's got in one off the fence on the favourite. A length to Archforce, who gets to follow the top weight now. He's fourth on the outside. Wonder.com, a Nectar Southern Crown, and Liquid Lunch a length and a half away. 1300 to go. He Guy the leader. He's 3/4. You Little Butte is second. In on the rails is Oscar Eric, followed by Archforce, and then a length away .com on the rails, followed by Southern Crown, and last of all Liquid Lunch. They put the 1200 astern, and up on top of the rise, He Guy in front. He leads by 3/4. You Little Butte second. Oscar Eric third on the rails. Archforce getting a good trail fourth. Wonder.com, a Nectar Southern Crown, and a length and a half to Liquid Lunch. By the 1,000 metres, He Guy well rated. He's out by a length. You Little Butte is second. Oscar Eric third on the inside. Archforce fourth on the outside. 2 to .com, Southern Crown, and 2 to Liquid Lunch as they came up the side at the 800 metres. He Guy is the leader. 3/4 clear. You Little Butte second. Archforce flushed out 3 wide coming up the side. Then Oscar Eric on the rails, followed by Southern Crown taking off for Young Highland round the outside. And they were followed at the 600 metre mark to .com, who's struggling to keep up with them, and Liquid Lunch. He Guy by a half. You Little Butte second. 2 to Archforce. Over on the inside, Oscar Eric, followed by Southern Crown, who's now hard ridden, and then .com and Liquid Lunch. They corner, and You Little Butte took the lead from He Guy. Archforce about to come out after him, and then Oscar Eric and Liquid Lunch coming down the outside. 200 to go, and You Little Butte the leader from He Guy. Oscar Eric is coming home with Archforce. You Little Butte, Oscar Eric, He Guy, and Archforce with 100 to go. Oscar Eric put his head in front. He drew a neck. He drew clear. Oscar Eric from Archforce second. You Little Butte a nose third, and then He Guy.com, followed in by Liquid Lunch and Southern Crown. Good finish to the last. Taken out by Oscar Eric. Ridden by Greg Childs, a double for Greg, who scored on Panorama Heights in the Barton. Number 8, Oscar Eric, to pay 680 and 220. Time 25.87. Minor numbers to come through. It's a photo finish, no doubt, for the minor end of the prize. Well, Greg's done a great job to get Oscar Eric home. He's a bit of a revelation, this Queenslander. He's now won 2 in a row at Flemington, where he wore down a streak-away leader, Caraeus, to win, and today in a bit of a dogfight he had to find something, and he drove to the line powerfully. Now, second placing goes to number 5, Archforce, Stephen King. Third, number 1, You Little Butte, Stephen Baster. 8, 5 and 1 are official, 8, 5 and 1. And fourth place went to number 7, He Guy. Well, he rode the favourite beautifully, sitting up outside the lead there, but it was obviously the 58 that's just anchored him in the last little bit of the race. Archforce had his chance, I thought, and in fact most of them did, but Oscar Eric's just proven a shade too good on the day. 8-5-1 in the final event here from Caulfield. Been a bit of a tricky day. Hope you managed to finish on the right side of the ledger. Sandown tomorrow, another meeting for the Melbourne Racing Club, first there at 12:25. Look forward to joining you then.
Good to have you back on board, Gregory. Greg Miles there from Caulfield. Oscar Eric proving too good in the last.
2 3/4 almost. Anyway, Soundwaves has been the better back than the last couple of minutes in the ring. So if that can be taken as any criterion, 7 Soundwaves, very well tried in the last couple of minutes, and is now about a half point shorter than Barbaroos. Obviously, with the support here for Soundwaves, it's just pushed Barbaroos out a wee bit. And Orthopedic, Barbaroos' stablemate, is on tab limited 790, just a fraction better in on-track operations. Now, Cucullin's Leap and Orthopedic, everything's right. The